Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to everyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I have got a new project for you with a new product that I just received yesterday. It's going to be using this Harvest Meadow, bits out of this Harvest Meadow suite. I'm going to use the Nature's Harvest stamp set and a bit of the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper, which is really, really pretty. And yeah, it's a little bit on the shabby chic side of things, which again, I don't usually go for, but this one is appealing to me. I don't know if it's the colors or I don't know. Actually, I do know one of the big draws for me is that the main image in this set are these coneflowers, and I really like them. They were my mother-in-law's favorite flower, I think, and grew lots and lots of them when we lived in Illinois. She grew lots and lots of them, and I grew them as well. So it's fun. And then the coordinating dies, which I'm not using today, but I'm going to pull in here. Sorry, I had my act together, but this one cuts out this image, you know, they have, and then there's one for these images, there's some label ones, and then there's some silhouette ones, which I think will coordinate really well with the Quiet Meadow suite. So I like the idea of using these together with that. My first reaction was, oh, they did more like the other ones, but I think they're going to work well together. So enough about that. And then the other product that I'm using today is actually from the annual catalog, and it's really easy to overlook. It's this new linen 12 by 12 paper, and I've had it for quite a while, but I've kind of forgot about it and haven't used it yet, so I pulled it out for this. But it comes, I've cut some off already. It really is fabric, but it's adhesive backed. So you can see it's really thin and flexible, but can you see the texture? I don't know if you can or not. I'm going to try to lift it up here. While I do that, I'm going to say hello to Roseanne and Gladys and Nikki. Thanks for joining me today. Anyhow, it's really cool, and I've gone ahead and already stamped this coneflower image 3 times on a piece, and then I cut it out with one of the scallop contours dies. And I started playing with it. Somebody had said that it works really well with the colored pencils, so I gave it a try. So you can see I've planned a little bit more stuff today than I often do. And I gave it a try, and I liked how it was going, so I decided to keep going with you guys. So I'm going to do some coloring here. Go ahead and ask me questions or tell me stuff that's going on with your life. That's not the right color. There we go. This is Early Espresso. Stampin' Up! Has 2 sets of these watercolor pencils. They are easy to use. Really nice. I can't tell you which ones came in which set. Oh, actually, I might be able to. I think on my label here, I think 1 through 12, I think, came in set number 1, and then 13 through 23, I think, came in set number 2. It's been a long time since I've printed out this label even. Anyhow, I'm doing these coneflowers today in yellow tones, yellow and orange tones. I actually went and I looked it up. Coneflowers come in all kinds of colors, blues and purples. We know purple coneflower very well from the prairies in Illinois. But they do come in yellows and look a lot like Black-Eyed Susans, but that's a different flower. So I'm just going over some of this with Daffodil Delight. I did early espresso on the, oh, what are they? The pistils and stamens, I don't know, the center part of the flower. And I'm not coloring in 100%. I'm letting there be a little bit of the linen showing through. There we go. I'm going to add on, this looks like soft suede, which is why I picked it up by mistake before, but it's actually crushed curry. There is no soft suede pencil, which is fine. Oh, I did want to let you know, I stamped this in the Saddle Brown StazOn, which I do believe is still a current offering. Sorry, just looking here real fast. Can't see anything now that I ink accessories, I think would be where it is. StazOn. Yes, Saddle Brown is still offered. It's nice. It's a little bit of a yellowy brown, almost somewhere between soft suede and cinnamon cider, I think. And it just sort of a softer, more natural look than going for the black. And I wasn't sure if I was going to wind up using any kind of blending medium, so I didn't want to just go with like cinnamon cider or soft suede. So yeah, just adding this darker yellow to some of the petal, some parts of the petal. So, and then I'm going to add some pumpkin pie. Hi Renata, thanks for joining us today. If I were making this again, I would probably do all the coloring and then cut it out. I did a little bit of coloring before I went on camera, and I cut it out because I wanted to make sure it was going to work before I spent a lot of time coloring in, because I hadn't ever used this product before. But I would recommend doing your coloring and then cutting it out, because as I get over here by the edge, I am seeing, I'm starting to worry that it will fray a little bit. You know, not panicky worried, but I'm seeing more movement as I get there that makes me a little concerned. So that would be my caution, is to do the die cutting after. Oh, I've got some Cajun Craze here, and I want to go in and add a little bit of that, I think, to the center cones. looking to see how much you guys can see. This actually, with the texture and everything, it all just blends really nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to do my stems and leaves, and I have really this week discovered, I don't know why it's taken me this long to discover, but both with my blends, oh I know, and now with the pencils, putting in some Granny Apple Green, and then some Old Olive, and getting kind of a nice blending of colors. And the other thing I found with these pencils is that you want to, if you have them really sharp points, the color isn't as soft, it's much stronger, and they tend to break off. But if you keep them kind of on the dull side like this, the color goes on softly, and it's easier to get it kind of blendy. Is that a word? Blendy? Okay, so oops. Did I get everywhere? I think so. Adding a little more crushed curry up in there. Okay. Then I even went in and got my pieces already. I have a vision, and I've prepared my vision. So I've got a piece of this Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper, and a card base of Bumblebee, and then this is a piece of cinnamon cider. I started off with a piece of soft suede, but yeah, decided I wanted the slightly more yellowy orangey of the cinnamon cider, and that also meant I could put a piece of that back behind there, which I also like. So maybe we'll start with that. Yeah, the linen paper, it's interesting because a lot of the really interesting features in the annual catalog, they just kind of missed the chance to show off. There's a lot of hidden gems, I think, in there. That's what I'm trying to say. So it is on what page is it? Yeah, the Paper Basics page 136, right up here at the top. And it doesn't stand out, except it's got that little N there, but you go, oh yeah, look, there's all the vellum and the watercolor paper and whatever. I know what we've got. And it just flies under the radar. But it's really cool. And we're about to see how it is with the adhesive, the self-adhesive. So let's make sure we've got that. Yeah, I think that's going to be nice. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a sentiment on there or not. I think I'm sending this to a friend of mine, who I just learned lost her 21-year-old son. And the obituary just says died unexpectedly, so I don't quite know what's going on there. But I think that would be nice for her. Yes, water or blending pen with StazOn, Roseanne. Because it's the solvent-based ink, so a water-based blending medium works well. Whereas with the blends, which are alcohol-based, you want to use a water-based ink. So opposites attract is the word here. So I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to leave it plain. Yep, I'm going to leave it plain. And now here comes the moment of truth on this adhesive backing. Oh, it removes quite easily. And now let's see how it is to get it on the paper straight. And I'm standing up so I can see. Please, 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 please. Nope. Try it this way. Feels kind of like contact paper. I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, and look, it's a little bit translucent, so you can see the back. It's not as bright white as it was with the backing paper on. Now maybe you can see a little more of the texture. Yeah. That is cool, I think. Okay, I'm going to glue this down. One thing I have heard about this linen paper, because it's fabric, is that if you use something like the blends on it, it does tend to wick the ink and bleed, so you might not want to do that. I'm trying to decide whether I should pop it up. Sure, that's rarely a bad thing. Hey Paula, glad you could join us. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how this is working. Sometimes I just like things, and sometimes I'm really happy with them. There's that. And on the inside. Wow. I like that. I was trying to decide if I wanted any of these. This is part of the suite too, the Brush Metallic Adhesive Matte Dots, but I don't think so. I think that's good the way it is. Especially for a sympathy card I have to send to the States for a young man. Okay. Shall we stamp a little more? I've got another piece here. What might we do with this set? Where did I put my set? There we go. Whoa, sorry about that. Let's get this straightened up again. So again, there are the dies. There are the stamps. This I think still has some StazOn on it. Come off. That's because it stays on. So you can see here, let me see if I bring these next to each other. This is the, you can see how much it's translucent. You can get a bit of that cinnamon cider popping through. Looks like a linen hanky. There you go. So this one I'm making up as we go because this I didn't plan out. I'm gonna bring in some Sahara sand. Sahara sand. And remove my scrap piece of grid paper. And I'm just going to kind of muss this up a little bit. Stop there. Still thinking. Still with the Sahara sand. So this one I stamped off to make the splotches. And this is full strength. Just still not, it's still pretty subtle. Like I said, I'm making this up. as we go here. I'm just doing this so that I don't get all of this stamping off all over my brand new grid sheet. Not that it really matters, but yeah, now what? Let's go a little darker. Maybe gray granite. Go a little bit darker than that. Sorry, it's hard, I know, when I'm thinking in real time, huh? Okay, so this is soft suede. I'm just gonna go for it here. There we go. And I'm going to give that a moment to dry. And then we're going to color in again. Come on. There we go. Okay. This is the Old Olive. This is Garden Green, so I'm gonna kind of brighten it up a little bit with some of that. We'll see if I like this one as much when I'm done. I hope you guys in the States are staying safe from Delta. We've got basically no choice here. They've put us back into lockdown. Big way. This is Calypso Coral. We're gonna do some of that on the cones. Just to start with there. Start this way, I think. Yeah. We've got exposure sites. We get a list of exposure sites on the government website, the state government website, and I check it a couple times a day, and it's creeping closer, but so far not any place that we've been at the times we've been, well, not any of the places that we've been, full stop. And then a couple places near where we go sometimes, but not at times when we've been there. There is a supermarket we go to occasionally, but haven't been there when it's been an exposure site. That's what I'm trying to say. So this one I've done, like I said, Calypso Coral on the cone parts, and then Rich Razzleberry on the tips of the petals. Melon Mambo on the tips, Rich Razzleberry towards the middle, and then Cherry Cobbler up at the top. And I'm just kind of going back and blending over with the Rich Razzleberry. I don't know if I like it quite as much as the other one, but that's okay. I'm going to add some Granny Apple Green on this one down here. And then Old Olive again. That's the early espresso. I'm going to add some of that to the cone area. You can just keep layering on some color until you got something you like. I want it to pop a little bit more from the background, but I still like it being kind of faded, like it's a bit of an old, again, an old handkerchief maybe that's been found. Sorry, thinking and trying to talk at the same time, and it's not working. Yeah, Paula, we're masked up too. We have to be masked anytime we leave our front door. Inside, outside, anywhere. This week, they put us back on curfew, and they and they've closed down playgrounds. If you are an essential worker, you need to have a permit that says so, that you can't just declare yourself an essential worker. You couldn't really before either, but now they're enforcing it with permits. So, yeah. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, remembering that that gets a little translucent when it is taken off the backing. Okay, I have an idea. Snip. I think I want that there. Sorry, I'm just getting some stuff to mat it with. Okay. You're like, what is she doing? Okay, see how this goes. That's a start. Oh, you like the papers, huh? Okay. Oh, that's what keeps happening. I keep hitting my keyboard. Duh. Sorry, I'm not doing so well here. Okay, let's see here. If we do that and that. Think I like it better like that. Remembering that this is not going to be quite so stark white in the end. Okay, and then what else? Trying to figure out what else I'm going to put on there. I want to keep it neutral. That might be it. Okay. Yeah, State Fair, any of these large gathering things. Did they ever figure out whether Lollapalooza was a spreader, super spreader, or I think everyone's just lost control of everything, haven't they? Over there, that's how it seems to us anyway. Now, this is removable Scotch tape. Gonna help hold that in place. Make sure I remember what my target is here. Okay, note to self, leave it a little bit wider than you ultimately want it. So you can trim edges because it doesn't go on quite evenly, but that's okay. We can work this out. Whoops, big bubble there. Like I said, it's kind of like contact paper. Whoops, sorry. No shredding. Guillotine is better for stuff like that. There we go. Okay. Okay. The other thing you could use on there is linen thread, or if we're going to keep it all with crumb cake, the crumb cake baker's twine, yeah. So I like to do double bows like that. Makes it quick and easy. Let's pop it up again. Another chance to get things crooked or straight, right? Glass half full. That's how we're going to be. Bring in a glue dot or two. really. Anyhow, there we go. Thinking about this one. I'm getting better at not sticking down hard until I'm sure I like it. What do you think of that? You like them there? There we go. I'm calling that. Okay. I think that's it for today. Let me bring this one back in. I think if I have anything to tell you guys, I am getting ready to launch my 3-month Christmas card class based on, that's, let's see if I can talk. It's going to be all featuring 3-month Christmas card class on Tidings of Christmas suite. There we go. Tidings and trimmings bundle, and then other elements from the suite and other products. For people who are not in Australia, you can buy the PDF. For people in Australia, you can buy the PDF and or a kit that includes the PDF and all the supplies you need to make to each of the 4 designs for each month. So that's going to run September, October, November in 3 sessions. We're going to have a Zoom assembly session. And if you're on my email list, there'll be an email coming out about that shortly. Yeah, I think that's what I know. Thanks for joining me today. I will be back same time, same place next week with another project or 2. Thanks for joining me today, and have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.